Hello and thank you for joining me for your daily readings. So today we're going to take a look at what is going on in your connection and what is your future together, okay? So I'm going to be taking a look at your perspective on the connection, their perspective on the connection, your intentions towards them, their intentions towards you, the short-term outcome, the long-term outcome, and of course we will be pulling some advice for you as well, okay? Right, so with that being said, please do keep in mind that this is still a general reading and it might not necessarily resonate for you, okay? Right, so on one side of the table, and again, you can pick and choose what side of the table you feel that your energy's on, okay? Right, so on one side you've got friends or family disapprove of this connection. Right, so someone's friends or family have been getting involved with this particular relationship or this connection. They've been putting in their opinions where their opinions are not necessary, they're not needed, they're not warranted, and quite possibly they have been causing trouble between yourself and the person that you're dealing with, okay? Now that's either your friends or family or theirs. Again, I don't know, okay? Only you're going to know how that resonates, okay? The bottom line is there have been people who have been getting involved with this connection. You might not even know that that's been going on, okay? The Spirit's telling you other people have been getting involved with your connection when they should not have been. It is none of their business, okay? Now, whatever their opinions are irrelevant, but also their opinions have caused problems, okay? So that needs definitely, someone's needing to take a closer look at that, okay? Someone's needing to put up boundaries with those people because they've got no right passing opinions on a relationship that is nothing to do with them. Okay, and if it sounds like I'm getting all pent up about it, it's because I am. I have seen that kind of bullshit coming out for individuals that I've been doing private readings for, quite common. And to be honest with you, it shouldn't be going on at all. It really shouldn't. Talk about boundary stomping, right? If someone doesn't like your partner, fine. They don't like your partner. But then to go ahead and cause problems because they don't like your partner, that's out of line, right? You've got, you make me want to be a better person. Okay, so either you or your person is wanting to improve on themselves. They are wanting to better themselves. Probably they're wanting to work on their boundaries because up until this point they have been basically given a free pass to their friends or family, okay, the ones who've been causing trouble. So we've got someone here going, do you know what, yeah, actually I am going to start working on my boundaries. You make me want to be a better person. I've realized how much you mean to me, and to be honest with you, I don't want anyone else to sabotage our connection. I don't want them to sabotage what we got going on. So yeah, we do see that someone is going to start practicing their boundaries. And then at the bottom of that deck, I'm ashamed of how I treated you. So someone treated another person, this is quite possibly they treated you badly because of other people's opinions. Okay, other people being bullies, basically. That's all they are. They're just bullies. Other people being bullies, and they made this person that you're dealing with feel awkward and feel horrible. And so in response, and they should have known better. They absolutely should have known better. However, that being said, in response to the disgusting things that they had to listen to, they then went ahead and treated you in a way that is completely unacceptable. Okay, so it's very likely that this person is going to be apologizing to you and that they are going to want to make it up to you, okay? Now, whatever your view is on that, or whatever you want to do with that information. It's completely up to you, okay? Tarot doesn't tell anybody what to do. Tarot's just a guide, okay? It's just a temperature check. It's just saying, look, this is what's going on around you. You can choose to do this, that, and the next about it, or you can choose to do nothing, and here is the most likely outcome, okay? That's all tarot is. It's just a tool. Right, so what is your perspective on this connection? Let's take a look. Nice big jumps. Interesting. 2 major arcana. Justice and the Hierophant. Okay. So you could be a Libra or a Taurus, or you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. Again, you don't have to identify yourself with any of the zodiacs at all, okay? It's just an additional piece of information that some people are going to want to know, and for others it's not going to be useful at all, right? So with this combination, your perspective is they should have just done the right thing from the get-go. They should have just behaved in a way that was appropriate right from the get-go. I do feel that your opinion of them has been changed because of the way that they treated you, due to other people putting them in that situation. It's like they should have had a backbone. Like, you've got "please forgive me" underneath that one as well. I told you, didn't I? I did say that they were going to try and make amends with you. And you're like that. Look, they should have known better. And you're absolutely right. Yes, they should have known better. And they should have done better. So it looks like with this combination of Justice and the Hierophant that you are going to be holding them accountable. That's how that's reading to me. What is the other person's perspective on this connection, please? Throw it. Thank you. The energy feels very urgent, okay? Right, so you've got Strength, 9 of Coins, and the 2 of Coins. So you've got Leo, Virgo, and Capricorn that's coming out. Their perspective is that they can fix it, that they can mend this, that they can make amends. Like 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio energy. That's the energy that they're in right now. And to be honest with you, that's the energy that they had you in for a while as well. Okay, they made you feel like you weren't good enough. Again, they were just projecting other people's crap onto you. But their perspective is, yeah, I can make it work. I can fix this. I can rectify the situation. I just need to be determined. Okay. Their perspective of you, I mean, they're saying that you're incredibly independent, that you're very strong, that you're very strong-minded. And to be honest, they are deeply, deeply ashamed that they weren't as strong as what you are when it came down to dealing with those interfering, I'm just going to call them interfering bastards, okay? They should have been a lot stronger with dealing with them, and they are ashamed of that. They're ashamed that they weren't stronger. What is your intentions towards this person? You don't know. So you got the Ace of Cups that's come out in the upright position. That's water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And then you've got the 6 of Wands off balance. That's Leo energy. You don't know. Like, simple as. It's showing that you're wise enough and smart enough to know that you are going to have to see changed behavior off of this person before you would even consider having any kind of victory, if you will, with them. Okay, that's why the card of victory has come out off balance. You're kind of on the fence with this one, even though there is still love here. You do have a lot of love for this individual. It's like you just wish that they loved you as much as you loved them. And that's why you don't know what you want to do with this. with this situation, with this person. You don't know at this point in time if you're wanting to continue with them, because again, it's like you see them in a completely different light now. You're not, it's like, even though you still love them, the way that you feel towards them has changed because of their treatment towards you that was down to other people. It's like, okay, this time round it was that they said a painful comment to me this time round because they heard one of these interfering bastards say it. What's it going to be the next time round? Is there going to be a next time? It's like your trust for them has been damaged. It definitely has been damaged. And they did that. They damaged that trust themselves. So it's no wonder that you're sitting there going, do you know what? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this. What are their intentions towards our collective, please? Thank you. Okay, now the energy behind that Ten of Cups, it was very, very sloppy, right? Now, your Ten of Cups as a standalone energy is normally very, very beautiful, okay? It's all about peace, happiness, contentment, completion. It's finding that one, it's wanting to move in, wanting to start a family, or wanting to be a family. It's total contentment and happiness, and the white picket fence is literally everything. Now the energy, as I said, it felt really half-assed when it came out the deck. I don't know if you were observing it coming out of the deck. It's sort of like landed and then it rests in the off-balance position. So that tells me that this person right now, in this very moment, their intention towards you is to make things up with you and to get things back on track with you. That's their intention right now. But emotionally, they are a bit unstable at this point in time. They are a bit, I'm hearing easily led. They're saying that they are easily led. So you are right, and it is just a matter of time until this person slips back into habits of old and starts listening to the interfering bastards once again, because they're easily led. So that's Pisces energy, and then you've got the Fool, which is Aquarius energy. That's starting again, okay? They definitely do want to start again. And then you've got the World in the upright position. That's fixed energy. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, okay? They are intending on winning you over, okay? Ten of Cups, even though it's off balance, the Fool and the World. Their intention at this moment in time is to win you over. I would be very, very cautious of everything that this person tells you at this time, collective, okay? And definitely do make sure that you hold them accountable. Don't allow them to come at you with all of these excuses. Oh, it was such and such's fault. It's like, when all's said and done, this is a full-blown adult, okay? And they should have behaved like an adult, and they didn't. You need to hold them accountable. And it should go without saying as well that any promises that they make, that needs to be followed up with action. And any apologies that they pass your way, they need to then follow up those apologies with changed behavior, okay? Because if they don't, then that's just manipulation. You got the Moon hidden at the bottom of that deck. So this individual is very, very nervous about the prospect of having to admit fault, admit that they were wrong, and then of having to actually put the work in. You are definitely, if you decide that you're gonna allow this person another chance with this Fool energy, if you go down that path, you're gonna be watching them very, very closely. I do feel that, because it's like you're not shut off to the idea completely. But by the same token, at the moment, you are coming from a place of hurt, which is completely understandable. So again, just make sure that you do remain level-headed, okay? Make sure that you don't allow them to sweet talk you into doing something that you're not comfortable with doing, okay? Which, I mean, that could be a real danger right now if you are feeling quite vulnerable, okay? Right, so what is a short-term outcome here, please, for our collective? Thank you. Short-term outcome, 6 of coins and the 3 of wands. Okay, so that's Taurus and Aries energy. So for the short term, it does look like this individual is going to be contributing to the situation, to the connection or the relationship, whatever this is, okay? For some of you, you know this person really, really well, and for others of you, this is a relatively new individual in your life. Okay, so that's why I say it could be a situationship, a relationship, or a connection, okay? But yeah, it does look like for the short term, at least, they are going to be contributing. I feel that you're going to be very open and honest with this person, and I do feel that you have been making preparations for this individual making their return. Okay, and I feel as well that you're going to be laying down some very solid rules for this one to follow. I do sense that you're going to be very strict with this individual. What is the long-term outcome here, please, for our collective dealing with this situation? Okay, thank you. Okay, that's reversed. The 5 of coins and the Lovers reverse. It's Taurus and Gemini energy, and you've got the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Unfortunately, with this particular person, in this particular situation, I do not see it going anywhere long term, okay? Now, I say unfortunately, but for some of you, that could be fortunately. Do you know what I mean? For example, if this is the type of person who is as easily led as what I was being told they are, and they are, you know, quite two-faced, then you're not going to want to be involved with a person like that anyway. So is it really a loss? No, it wouldn't be. Okay. So, again, with that being said, 5 of coins and the Lovers reversed, I don't see this going long term. I genuinely don't. This person is going to fuck up again, okay? So, again, make of it what you will, and please do keep in mind that this is a general read, okay? This is a general read. This might not be your message. You're going to know deep in your guts. You're going to know if this is your message or not, okay? For whoever's read this is, I do not see this connection going long term. I really don't. 5 of coins is lack energy, okay? It's being ghosted, ignored, it's hardship, poverty, it's loss, you know, it's a lack of it. And then the Lovers in reverse, that's a breakup, it's a split, it's a separation, okay? So no, I don't see that particular connection or relationship going the distance. I genuinely don't. I mean, and it all depends as well on exactly who this is. Maybe one day they might grow up and mature. You know, maybe. Okay, let's get your advice. Your advice for our collective, please. Thank you. Ace of Wands, your advice. Okay, Spirit's really crystal clear with this one. Your advice is to start something new elsewhere. Okay. Again, it might not be welcome news. It genuinely might not be. And for that, I can only apologize, okay? But I'm not going to sit here and tell you bullshit. I'm not going to do that. I've got to read as honestly as I possibly can. Yeah, death, off balance. And you can see I'm not rigging the read. The cards are coming out, okay? Death, off balance, that's someone incapable of changing. Which is really bizarre because I said maybe for some of you, this person might one day grow up and mature and change, and Spirit's telling you, no, that's not going to happen. This person is not going to grow up, mature, or change. This person is not going to start doing the right thing. This person is not going to start being respectful. They're very on again, off again, hot, cold, hot, cold. Spirit is clear, crystal clear. This person's not going to change. There is no growth to be had in this situation. You're better off cutting your losses now before you get in too deep and start a new connection elsewhere with someone new. Okay, yeah, you've got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. You're being reminded that you're the one that's in control. You're the one that has the power. You're the one that can make things happen. So you've got two crystal clear paths in front of you, collective. And the question is, do I give this person another chance or not? Okay, you've got two very clear paths. One of these paths is forget about this person, move on to someone new, stop wasting your time with them. And then the other path is, yeah, okay, they're going to come in, they're going to tell you what you want to hear, they'll change for a wee bit, and then, you know, after a couple of weeks they'll slip into habits of old. That was a really interesting slip there, because I nearly said slap. I hope this person hasn't been a bit trigger happy with their hands, because if they have, then that's your answer. To not go back. Straight away, no question. Alright. I'm going to leave that one there. Ultimately, the choice is yours, and yours alone to make. Okay? This person, in this very moment, is ashamed of how they treated you. But in 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks' time, they'll be right back to square one and behave in the exact same way that they always did. That's a manipulator. There's a manipulator in this energy. There is no question of it. You have a healing message for our collective, please? I told you I'm not going to bullshit the reads. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this person's changed, they're coming back, they're going to do the right thing, when I'm not seeing it. Okay? That wouldn't be fair on anybody. Right, so we're going to take the full healing message for this one. And these three definitely did want to be seen. Okay, so it says gentle gardener, encouragement, and education. So I'll do these intuitively for you really, really quickly, because we are running out of time. So that we can go in depth with the sad embrace. Okay, so the gentle gardener is basically about manifesting, and it's what seeds are you planting. Okay, now I like to call it mental gardening. You know, when you go through your mind and you're recognizing any sort of negative thoughts, any negative repeating patterns that you continue. You're loud inner critic. Okay, you will find that that's not even in your own voice. And it's like giving others, or I should say no longer giving others permission to plant seeds in your head, but instead you planting your own seeds in your head. Okay, I call it mental gardening, because it's like rooting out all of the negative shit that other people have said to you, about you, you know, weeding all of that out and then replacing it all with new, fresh ideas, new, fresh phrases, you know, like affirmations. There we go. I lost the word for that then. So it's what seeds are you planting, okay, and what seeds are other people planting in your head, what should be there and what shouldn't be there, and really start to focus on what you want to grow. Okay, what is it that you want to manifest in your life? What do you want to grow? Because remember, you reap what you sow. Okay, and then encouragement. So this one feels like spirit and the universe, your spirit guides even, are encouraging for you to really pay attention to everything that's going on. Pay attention to all of the things that you've been through, and recognizing those repeating patterns. And I say that because you've got the card education as well. Okay, lessons of the past. This individual has probably had you Googling certain behaviors or behavior patterns, and you've been getting an education on what these types of people are all about and how to handle them. Okay, and how they all follow a certain cookie cutter as well. You know, it's like you've met one person like this, you've met them all, because they all follow the same script almost. Okay, so it's been an education, but also this is telling me that there are red flags all over this connection. Okay, and you need to take the red flags on board. Definitely. Right, so let's get your full healing message for this one. This is number 45. Okay, the sad embrace. Loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. So you haven't failed. Okay, you have not failed at all. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long cherished dream. If so, then take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations were not met, then a sense of loss arises, along with a sadness and grief. Express these emotions, because tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured, whatever the loss, however great it is. Let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. Okay, and then I will give you the reversed message as well. Okay, just so that you've got all of the information then. Are you suffering over your suffering? Do you feel that life is treating you unfairly, or that you've been robbed or deprived of what you're entitled to? Do you long for a love that eludes you, or the success that has been bestowed upon others? Righteous anger and a sense of entitlement lead into a trap of ego. Your suffering and loss will pass if you let them. If you hold on to your perception of unfairness, then you'll find yourself in its tight grip, unable to breathe freely. The only solution is to drop your victim stance and embrace the sadness so that it may dissipate naturally in time. Trials and tribulations build character, which is its own gift. Find something to be grateful for and take responsibility for your part in matters. However painful it may be to sit with your sadness, remember that you are loved and you will not be left adrift forever. So have faith, for this too shall pass. You're not a victim, only a traveller on a hero's journey. It's okay for you to be disappointed, but know that someday you will look back and see great value in this experience. So what I'm seeing with that one there, collective, is basically surrender any hope of this person doing the right thing and being a good individual to you, okay, because that's not likely to happen. Yes, you were robbed and deprived of a dream that they were trying to sell you, maybe even of your time, the time that you spent with them as well, and you have every right to feel grief about that. So you need to feel the grief, process the grief, and find a healthy outlet for that grief. But what you don't do then is hold on to it forever, okay? And there's a really strong hint in there as well that Spirit's saying, look, in a couple of years' time, your entire life is going to be completely and utterly different. And if you held on to this person, and if you still allowed them to waste your time, then you wouldn't have met the person that you're about to meet that's going to be really pivotal to your life Does that make sense? So of course that could be going on within a romantic situation, okay? There could be a romantic interest that's basically wasting your time at the moment. You're going to be putting your foot down with them. And because you do that, you then move on and find your true soulmate, you know, and you end up marrying them and buying a house with them and having a family and an entire life with your true soulmate, which you would never have been able to have done if you were still caught up in this situation here. Does that make sense? It could also be going on within a family dynamic as well. You know, this could be going on between like a parent and a child. So like, say if you've got an incredibly narcissistic parent and you're like that, I have to make it work, I have to make it work. But every time I try and have a relationship with this parent, they just betray me all over again. So someone could be sitting there debating on whether or not they should go no contact with their highly narcissistic parent because they're so utterly damaging, right? And so Spirit's saying, look, same thing, stop wasting your time wishing, hoping and praying for this narcissistic parent to start being a decent human being and to start treating you correctly, because that's not going to happen either. Okay, so it's time for you to cut your losses, feel that grief and that anger that you are entitled to. Okay, yes, it's horrible and it's horribly unfair. Acknowledge that, but then they're saying what you don't do is hold on to that. You know, you don't hold on to it so tightly that that becomes your only identity. Do you know what I mean? So, like, everyone's entitled to their anger and their grief and their disappointment. Everybody's entitled to that. But you just don't hold on to it, all right? You've got to move on from it, basically. You really, really do. So, yeah, release this and you will absolutely find that in a few years' time, your life is going to improve drastically because you didn't waste your time in that situation. Okay, right, so for your final deck, I do have to give the warning, just in case there's anybody new here. If you don't like swearing or sarcasm, then you don't have to listen. I like to use naughty decks at the end of the reading because laughter is a very high vibration, okay? So let's leave the read with a bit of a smile, right? Your wound is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Yeah, that seems solid so far, right? So again, it's like exactly as I said, look, this is an unfair situation. It wasn't your fault. It happened to you. So now you've got to process that and start releasing it so that you can move forward without holding on to it, okay? Right, you'll never be free of the people who harmed you until you take full responsibility for your own healing, no matter what family you were born into or what body you got stuck in or what weird shit has happened to you along the way. This is your life and no one else's. Okay, fair enough. This isn't a very funny card, but I think it does resonate with the read. Be tender with the parts of you that are hurt and the parts of you that are struggling. Take ownership of your whole beautiful, dented, pieced together self. If you blame someone for who you are, then you give them ownership of you. And that sucks wet shit, doesn't it? Focus on what you can do right now to be your very own badass healer. Bam. Yeah. Yeah, I think that ties up your read really, really nicely there. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I just genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If it has helped you, of course, would you please consider giving it a quick thumbs up or a share, maybe even a nice little comment, you know, help the algorithm out. It helps me out as well, and it helps to push out the message to others who are probably needing to hear it as well, okay? Because yeah, YouTube is not recommending my channel, and it hasn't been recommending my channel for about 3 years. So, you know, things have become a little bit stuck at the moment because of that. Just algorithm doing algorithm stuff, but there we go. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then I am taking bookings on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Don't forget to go check out your other signs and all of the other daily reads as well. And of course, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.